Card Hunter here. Today's January 3rd and sharing with you some insights on Prizm football breaks. The breaks I've been in on the first off the line, breaks I've been in from case breaks of blasters. Blasters are out before the hobby boxes. I think this is the first time I've ever seen this. You could order them last week. They ship them to you within 2 days. People are opening blasters. And we can be feedback on both those products, the hits, what I'm seeing in them, what my recommendations are, what teams I'm buying, what teams I'm fading, all that stuff. I'm going to talk about that in this video. I'm also going to give you some insights on hobby boxes, which are dropping today. Today's hobby box day. I'm in two breaks already, probably more by the end of the day. We will see. And I'm curious to see, will prices go up or will they go down? Where are they going on both the hobby box and the break price, right? Getting into teams. I'm going to talk about some of the prices I'm seeing on teams and the value that I'm seeing and my strategy. And my strategy was get in, get early, hit some good breaks, grab my loot, send it off to PSA, grade, and profit. And we'll see if that works out for me. Again, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for stopping by. Let's go ahead and drop into some content. First thing I want to say is the checklist is not out, and this does bother me. I talk about research and knowing what you're getting into. I don't know where these color blasts are, where the mangas are, where the hives, and I'll share what I've seen because it's important. What I've seen, my recon, is something that we don't know because we haven't had the checklist, and that kind of irks me. Now I did see I was in a player break, so the breaker built the checklist. He said, and I think he must have done a very good job because he didn't have anybody screaming they didn't get the right players, but. I'm actually surprised that as of the recording of this, the checklist is still not out. I want to go over here and pop into something I think is important. Here's the driver right now. This is CJ, right? He is the Chase team, the Texans, CJ Stroud. Look at this. His base Prizm. That's a $50 and a $100. Buy it now. Now, I'm not saying they're all going for 100, but there are many going for 50. Now, there's another one I saw for 50 on here, I thought. And I probably spoke it into non-existence. But I did want to share those comps. Look at that one. Saw one of those pulled recently. 405 for the laser. I also noticed that some of these other ones are not doing as well, like the mosaics are kind of dropping price, 247 for that. But this is, look at that. That's a color blast, 9,500. That's huge, huge, huge. I'll talk about the biggest hit I saw in first up line for CJ as well. But I want to lay the ground there. Kind of that, because that's the chase. Here is real quickly, love break comp. They're doing a great job kind of sharing with you what the breaker prices are. This is aggregate. The total price for a break. Mojo break is the best price right now. That's who I'm in with on one major break. I'm another breaker who doesn't get tracked. I know he's not being tracked because his break prices were way, way lower than this. I'll talk about that later on. But I love this intel here. That's the, and you can see the Texans. Here's another one, right? Texans, $7.99, $8.99. Now, in first of the line, I've seen the Texans going for, I think, $180 a box. $180 a box. Ridiculous amounts for cases. $1,200 for a half case. It's been crazy on first of the line. Part of it is the chases. You have the shimmers. For those who understand this, in the regular hobby, you have the typical hobby product list. In first of the line, they've inserted in that a bunch of shimmers. There's a black one of 1. There's a green number to 5. There's gold number to 10. There's blue number to 25 and red number to 35 that I'm aware of. These are called shimmers. Shimmers, these are both in refractors and in the autographs for those people who are signing. And those cards have become crazy chases. Again, big fan of what these guys are doing here by showing you prices and stuff. I'm going to go ahead next. I want to pull over. I'll just go to my thing and walk you through what I've been doing, what I'm seeing. Okay, so I jumped in early. Mojo breaks, bought Colts in the first case. That's roughly $45 per box for the team. I think, and you saw earlier, that's the best price right now. It's also, I think it's the only Colts I've bought into so far. I have not bought or had played through any Colts. I have the Colts coming up tonight in a 20 blaster. But excited about that full case. They've sold out the rest of the Colts on that, so I think that's a sign that this might be the best price we see on the Colts for a full case. We'll see. I'll be tracking that on Facebook groups and other breakers. Did the Lions? I did a Lions first of the line. I'll tell you the reason I did Lions first of the line is that we have Hooker live autographs, and Hooker and Richardson were the two autographs that I was chasing. Richardson prices were way too high. I feel like I could get in there and steal I got the Lions here for 260 in a 3 box, full box. And for 245, I got double the boxes, but I got only hookers only. Now you can see the per box price there, right? So overall, $500 spent on the Lions. Okay, now a little feedback on this. I was very specific about the Lions. The first case, I hit a Lions hooker redemption. I'm very excited about that because that hooker redemption auto, that's a beautiful card to hit. Hooker redemption auto. If he does well, that card's going to have some huge value. After doing that, I decided to fade the rest of the case. And the case did have a couple more Lions hits, but I figured I already got the hooker auto. There's not going to be a second hooker auto in that case, and I stepped away. The other two cases I saw had hooker autos or hooker redemption autos. They were not as nice as mine, almost to 49. I think the other one was to 99. But there were hooker redemption autos in the other first of line cases. So if you're looking at first of line cases, I saw a lot of hookers. I love saying that over and over. Hookers. Saw a lot of doubles, man. Saw a lot of doubles. I saw two Patrick Mahomes in the same 6 boxes. One was a blue, one was a red shimmer. 1 to 25, 1 to 35. That's sick. I saw two CJ Strouds in the same case. I saw 3 CJ Strouds in all the breaks I watched. 2 of them were in the same 6 box break. 1 to 199, 1 to 175, I think. I saw a 35 pulled in another break. It was a 3 box break. It was the same case my hooker was in. Got pulled the CJ Stroud at 35. That was the sexiest, probably best looking card and most expensive card I saw so far in all the breaks. Coming down here, gotten some blaster breaks. Now, again, I was shocked the blasters were out. And there wasn't a lot of marketing pricing on this. All this was done. You'll see most of these are eBay. eBay, you're picking your price, whatever it is. You're talking about you're competing for the price. What's called market pricing. Got the Lions same night that I got the redemption. I got the Lions in first of the line. I got the Lions in a case break. Did pretty well on them for 450. I think Texans 280 for the Texans. That's pretty expensive. That's $14 a box. You see right down here, I paid $15.50 a box. That's pretty much 50% of the box just being paid on the Texans. And I got lucky in both ones, and I do mean lucky. I had a silver Prizm, a little off centered on this one, but silver Prizm, and I had a laser Prizm on this one. Now, I want to point out something. In all these 20 box blasters I've watched, you're normally getting one base rookie quarterback per team, one hooker, one CJ, and not all the time. Like in these 2 cases, I didn't get any base CJs. I got this nice laser and I got a nice silver, but I did not get any bases. In 2 cases, spent $500, $580. No base CJs. Now, again, the silver and the laser will cover those break spots, but no bases. So I want to get back into some Texans. The Texans are expensive, very expensive, as we've talked about. So we'll see if that happens. Bargain box breaks is the best price box break in the freaking business. This guy priced way too low his teams. He had the Texans at $250 for a 4 box case. So that means $750 for the full case. That would be $49 cheaper than the best one you saw earlier. I forget who that was. And then we had Mojo at $900. That's a really good price. I was able to snag the Texans and the Titans. And again, you see how many boxes are in this. Blues are hobby boxes. The greens are the first of the line, and yellows are retail. My per box price and so forth. Okay, so after doing these breaks, after going this far, I realized a couple of things. I feel like the blaster breaks, if you can get some of these teams, Carolina, Titans, and Colts for under $100 for 20 boxes, right? You're looking at $3 or $4 a box. That's a good risk. Most of those are getting at least one base, maybe one refractor, one shiny card. Excuse me. I apologize for that. I don't have a drink to roll me, so we're gonna have to just move forward. So I went ahead and just loaded up on a bunch of cases that I'll be in breaks today. We'll see how I do on that. But again, my goals here are really base cards. I want bases. If I get some shiny, that's great. But if I get 2 base rookies and I can gem mint one of them, I think that will cover its price on its team. And again, I'm also betting on the quarterbacks to do better in the future. But I'm feeling pretty good about that strategy there. Carolina and Titans and Colts. These are the 3 teams that I wanted to get some silver, some color. They're in hobby, so I'm in hobby box breaks of that. I'm going to keep my eye out for Texans. So we'll say from here on in, this is what I've laid down, and I'm going to fire at. You can see down here my budget. This is how much money spent on these breaks so far. If you're wondering, I know you're probably wondering. I probably got another I've got some more money I've allocated. I'll put it that way, and we'll share it as we go through, channel. But I'm looking at getting a Texan break. I'd like to get a Texan break, um, whether it's Blaster or Hobby Box. I think I'm done with first of the line. First of the line is just too hard. So let me give you some feedback too on some of these breaks. I'm gonna stop sharing that. Okay. So far, I've seen no mangas and no color blast. We saw that one color blast listed there. I've seen none of that. Okay. I have seen some interesting case things. I think it's like architecture or some other shiny vet insert in the hobby box cases. That looks pretty interesting. Um, Trying to, what was the other case hit? I think there's a snake skin is the case hit in Prizm first off the line. Now, I don't know what hobby will be, but I've seen a bunch of snakeskins. The best snakeskin I saw was a Trevor Lawrence, vet snakeskin. Seen several true golds pulled. And what I mean by true golds, those are typically in the hobby product. So for them to be in mixed with a first of line box is kind of interesting because those aren't very many of them. No true gold. Did they see true gold rookies? I think they've all been true gold vets. I did get a gold shimmer, which I'm super excited about grabbing that card and sharing that with you guys and talking more about that. Um, and the blasters, I'm going to tell you, man, after these breaks with blasters, I'm going to reallocate, reassess where I'm going next because I think blasters are slaughtered. Okay, first of all, they're making a ton of them. You can still buy blasters online. So I think they're $30, $35 a blaster. So what, 700, $800 a case? Is that correct? 10 times 35 is 350. Double that up, be 700. So let's say 750 a case, maybe 800 a case. And if you look at the break prices, right? If people are paying, say, $300 for the Texans and $100 for their teams, these people are making money. Breakers are making money on blasters. So I can see why blasters are being chewed through. But overall, I think the value, unless you're getting the Texans or some of these better quarterback teams, is not there. And the reason I say that is they don't have any number cards. The main chases in this are basically they have this thing called a emoji. They have a press proof, one emoji and one press proof are all I've seen. I think the press proof is every case. Emoji I've seen one, which is a different refractor on the parallel. Every case has a red or a blue. And I've seen no rookies of any of this stuff that have been hot that people are like, oh, that's pretty big. So if you see those, I'm going to say those are pretty rare. Those are super, super short print if you hit them, but there's just no good chases in retail. The silver variations are kind of interesting. There's appears like retail is the only place where I've seen the variation rookie cards. I have not seen them at all in first of the line. Don't know if they're going to be in hobby or not, or if they're going to be mega boxes. Um, let's see, Texas right now, $45 or for $15 per blaster box. That's basically 50% of the box cost. Um, Mojo Breaks appears to be best one. In fact, what I want to share with you guys real quickly, we'll do one more quick thing. Share screen. Go here to Mojo Breaks. It's interesting. They have this little glitch here. They are selling Carolina here. Can't see this because I'm blocking it for 600 bucks. All right. But if you go over here to break number one, you get Carolina for 250. So it's like $50 cheaper if you buy it in the 6 box case versus in the full case. The only glitch I've seen. I'm going to share this with you because I'm planning to pick up at least one of the Carolina teams, either case one, two, three, or four. I don't know. But it's something I noticed and I thought it was interesting. You're paying attention to pricing, you're going to see these little mistakes. Well, that's it. Doing a breakdown later on. I'll talk more about this in the week, kind of look at what we got. We'll do mail day when these cards come back. We'll look at the quality of the cards. We'll talk about grading, shipping them off to PSA, and we'll do PSA reveals back in, when those come in, probably 2 months from now, 3 months from now. We'll see. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you.